Welcome all to Week 10 of the That's It Fantasy Football Preview Show. Week 10, for some, it marks that the season's closer to ending, and for others, it marks that there's plenty of room to improve from the top 6 to the bottom 6. Let's see here. Let's go over the standings first. This beautiful day. And we'll do like that and like that. All right, so we have in first place, we have 3 teams that are 6-3. But as the order is for points 4, of course, it's Charles, AJ, and Joey. Charles is my pick since I beat him week 1. I said his team's been good. I said his team is better than the other 2 teams. I've said that his team will be in first place. It's about the only thing I've been sure of all season long. Charles has a great team. He's always projected around 145. Second is the other guy. He's 6-3, and that's all there is to say. Third, we have Joey, 6-3 as well. He's been on the top for most of the season. The competition's getting stiff. He's, now we'll get into his matchup later. It's a big, very important matchup. But he's falling, but he's still top 3. It can go either way depending on how his matchup goes and who the other guy in first place matchups goes. We have about 4 teams 5-4. We have Loud, Ronnie, Dad, and Brian. Great teams. Some are good. Some are good. Some are in top 6. Some are bottom 6. They're getting there. We have 2 4-5s. It's Adam and Mike and Tom actually 3 4-5s. Then we have Jeffrey 3-6. And we have me 1-8. Still beat the best team in the league. Just saying. Charles is number 1, not just by the number, but by his stacked team. 6-3. One of the 3s is my 1 in my 1-8. He's the Brock Lesnar to my Undertaker. He beat the streak. And so let's get into the matchups here. Let's get into me versus someone else. I'm obviously projected to lose, but I want to go in depth in my matchup. I want to go in depth of my matchup, and I want to take as much time as I can to express my team and just the moves I've made and everything like that. We'll get into his matchup too. We'll go very into depth. We'll play with numbers. We'll do magic con shells. We'll do whatever it takes. So first, I want to say, Justin Herbert is the future of fantasy football. Justin Herbert is going to be what we thought Josh Allen would be for the next 10, 15 years. So he's good to be on my team. I'm good for that. I find it interesting that all the trades we've done, somehow they've been targeted from storylines. So I give you Aaron Rodgers, COVID. Nick Chubb, out. I get Dalvin Cook. He beats his girl, but he claims she beat him. So there's just controversy around almost every single high-profile player that was traded. I think that's very interesting, So it's like someone's burning someone, Deontay Johnson still been my number 1 guy. Starting Devontae Smith. Hopefully he goes, gives me some more numbers there again. Noah Fant back from COVID. We'll see what happens. Peoples-Jones is starting in the flex. My team is terrible. But there's a method to the madness of who makes the roster. Now let's go in depth, extreme depth of the guy I'm going against. I know that he has people on his team. All right, so next matchup we have is Ronnie and my father. Ronnie at 5-4, my father at 5-4. This can change it. You guys, there's been last week we had a lot of people that were 4-6. We had people who were 4-5, 5-4, 5-4, 3-5. All moving through that middle of the pack. Everyone's trying to fight to just be that top 6. I don't know why. Top 6 doesn't even talk. There's something fun about being in the top 6. Top 6 is like... The top 6 club is like the club where you go in, you buy your Givenchy suit, you go into the club, you spend hundreds of dollars on girls just for someone from the bottom 6 to have a big dick and sling that shit right on the bar. Like, ladies, come home with me. Yeah, I'm disgusting. I might not have as much money as fucking Givenchy over here, but I'm gonna rock your fucking world and my tongue does wonders. That's the fucking difference with the bottom 6. The bottom 6 has more character. Top 6 has the looks and the hair and the glitz and the glamour, but bottom 6 can claim to have sex in a sewer and on top of the Matreon. Like, we could do it all. So fuck the top 6, really. But that's just a rant. Ronnie, 5-4. Dad, 5-4. Fighting for that spot. Ronnie's projected slow a little bit, about over 112 to 106. Now, I'm giving that matchup to Ronnie. My dad's team has been, back and forth all year. Ronnie's team been here and there. Ronnie's the mediator. Ronnie's the one who says, let's not talk this way, or let's go that way, or you guys need to stop. The season's early. I love his attitude. So for that, I'm going to end the projection being like 6-point favorite. I'm going to give the matchup to Ronnie Barca, the king. Next matchup we have here is we have Tom, 4-5, Jeff, 3-6. Now, as a bottom 6 member, Jeffrey's projected to actually beat Tom because they had 2 players go already. Tom lost out on his projections because of Mike Goose Egg Galecki. We don't get many goose eggs this year. I've had one. I think someone had a catch to prevent it, or maybe last week. I'm not sure. But Goose Egg Galecki. Goose Egg Galecki. Yikes. So, boom. That sucks. So, Jeffrey's projected higher. I don't believe in this matchup in that favor. I still think Tom's going to come out. Granted, is his quarterback playing? Is his receiver playing? We don't know. It's going to be very under the radar. No one might talk about this matchup. Jeffrey can just slip into 4-6, put himself right in the mix with the 4-5s, depending on the 4-5s, lose, and they go to 4-6. It's implications. It's applied. Dennis Reynolds. It's the implication. It's the apply. It's the fear of being applied now. So, however, doesn't do me any good, him going 4-6. So, Tom, you're 4-5. I project you'll be 5-5 at the end of this matchup. Bingo. Next matchup we have Brian 5-4, and we have Mike 4-5. Mike 120, Brian 118. I don't know where Mike is in the world at this moment, but he might not have service, so take advantage. Tell him that the ESPN servers crashed, and then he's, while he's on the Love Boat, he doesn't realize that, things got scrambled, his phone got deleted. But West tight matchup, tight matchup. It's the hard ones to predict here. 5-4, 4-5. Brian wins 5-5. If Mike wins, he's 5-5. It's a big deal here in terms of the big 6, the top 6, the middle of the pack. But I believe in Carson Wentz. I always have. I believed in cutting him in fantasy. I believed in trading for him in fantasy. I believe in Mike picking him up in fantasy. I believe the Eagles cutting him in real life. I believe him leading us to the Super Bowl for Big Ding to take over. I believe in Carson Wentz. And Wentz we trust has always been the case. Mike, because of Carson Wentz, you will take the lead. Mark it down there. Boom. You winner. Winner in my book. Another matchup here, Loud and Adam. Loud 5-4, Adam 4-5. I believe the projection is 135, 121, something like that. Very important, very good matchup. However, Lamar Jackson played, Mark Andrews played, and they canceled each other out. 17 points from Lamar, who sucks, and Mark Andrews was able to benefit from Lamar's little bit of points. Also, took the points over on his team. So, with that being said, without another Lamar Jackson comeback from victory this week, this Sunday, I think that Adam will be able to watch football comfortably. And I believe that he will be 5-5. Lau will fall to 5-5, which causes another jam up. But I believe in Adam's team. I gave him half of the players, so I'm going for Adam. Also, side note, I was in a restaurant/brewery. We were told yesterday it was a brewery. We met up another couple of friends of ours, and we went out to dinner. And we checked the place on Instagram, and I was like, oh, it's a brewery. Let me see. I zoom in. I see, okay, beer fan follows it naturally. Adam follows it naturally. His wife follows it naturally. So we go to the Instagram picture, and we zoom in, and they have a picture of the tap room, and there you guys are, dead center, right in the picture. So I believe it was alternate ending. Check that out, Adam. You're on the picture. I think you need to copyright, or Shannon was in the picture, whatever have you. But y'all were in the picture. I don't know, it is what it is. But it was cool. I could have just texted you, but I wait till, take it to the airwaves. Subscriptions go up. It's perfect. The last matchup we have is the matchup of all matchups. There is implications. There is the applied implications. It's applied. 6-3, the best team in the world. The GOAT, Charles, 6-3 versus Joey, 6-3. Charles again projected 145. I don't know how he does it. 127, Joey's. Now, this can change a lot. Between my matchup and some other guy, that guy's also 6-3. He has a walk in the park. He can't say much. He's going to beat me, right? So he beats me, goes to 7-3. Now, Joey and Charles matchup, someone there will be 7-3. So someone's falling out of that, right? It's a big deal. Someone's going to fall out of that realm of keep it going. And I think this is a big test for Joey's team because he's only played crappy competitions. It's boosted his stats. Now he's got to play someone who's projected 145. For the pro for Charles is that he's been doing this. This is what he does. The con for Charles could be Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills variety, not the Josh Allen of the Jacksonville Jaguar variety. If Josh Allen stinks, if Josh Allen puts up 10 points, 9 points, even 11, 12, 15 points, Joey might have a chance. He might have a chance. You guys might know him as Jose. But he might have a chance. However, I believe in Charles' team. I always have. How you doing? What you looking at? Press your hand. So I believe in Charles' team. I always have believed in Charles' team, and I believe in now. I believe in him yesterday, and I will believe in him in the future. So Charles, 7-3, one of the only 2 people next week that will be 7-3, and that's the way it goes, guys. Enjoy football. Enjoy it. Enjoy the smack talk. Enjoy the Giants. Enjoy the Jets. Enjoy the Broncos. Enjoy the Chargers. Go Eagles. Can't enjoy the Ravens. They suck. And they played and they lost to the Dolphins. So that's all. Bye.